Let's start with the scales that we did. So we're in the key of A minor, also known as the key of C. It's that key because it uses the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Any change to those notes would result in a different key. So we got the A minor scale to start with, also known as the Aeolian mode. So make sure you use the same fingers going up and back down. So you use that G string, shift your hand over, so you got pinky, middle first, and then shift your hand back, so third finger first on the D string. So same fingering, up and back down. So next, if we start on B and play that scale shape and come back to B, that would be B Locrian. If we start on C and come back to C, we just played the C major scale, or C Ionian. So I invite you to go back and listen to the difference in how both of those sound and play it that way. So you play the first way where you start on your B and then give it a moment, and then do the same thing starting on C, and kind of it's good to listen to how they resolve differently. So it has a very different resolve. The sound has a different mood involved as well. So next we got D Dorian. Then E Phrygian. And if we start this and end on F, that would be F Lydian. Same thing at the lower octaves. We'll do E Phrygian. Basically, it's the first fret, use your first finger, second fret, second finger, third fret, third finger. And then F Lydian. G Mixolydian with the stretch on the top. So I am going first, third, and fourth. So you gotta shift your hand a bit on this one as well. Just remember, what you go up with is what you come down with. And then the exercises we have, we're gonna start with just those bottom two on the page. So yeah, the slur mark, just it could be curving up this way, or it could curve down like that, just like the note you put down there. Where the slur mark starts, that is where you begin picking, and it can go across any number of notes. So you'll either be doing hammer-ons, pull-offs, or slides, depending on if the note is higher or lower, or if you see a diagonal line in between. So we're going to be working on improving the pull-offs. So as mentioned, the pull-off is called what it is because you are literally pulling off from the string. It's basically like you're plucking it. So if you do it correctly, you can actually do a pull-off without picking a note to begin with. And that's the idea. So whatever you're going to pull off to, you want down in advance. So the first exercise we're doing has you doing the hammer-ons. So you got pick, hammer, hammer. Now your hand is set up for the pull-offs. So make sure that after you do your hammer-ons, those three fingers are still on the fretboard. And you pick again, pick, pull, pull. And yeah, so you are making this motion where your fingers come in towards your hand like that. So you're literally pulling down as you're pulling off. And then that funny looking symbol with the diagonal line and the two dots on each side means repeat the previous bar. So each bar will be done twice on this exercise. except for the last bar where we just resolve to our A note. So here we go. And that would be it. Let's get a better resolve than that. Because we're not running through the entire scale, ending with your pinky on that A note for this exercise makes sense. But a lot of times, it's going to, the fingers you use in various riffs and whatnot will be determined on the bigger picture. So it's important when you're practicing your scales up and down with the exact same fingering, but when you start playing songs or riffs, various solos and whatnot, it may be a better choice to do a slightly different finger variation because it leads you into the next part better. But we'll get into that more down the road. So the next exercise is very similar. So the hammer-ons are setting you up for the pull-offs again, but this time you do not pick before the pull-offs. You just pull off straight away. So you got pick, hammer, hammer, pull, pull. So I would concentrate on making those as smooth and clean as possible before you start trying to get them faster. And we will start talking about speed stuff too. Working with a metronome is going to be the way to do it. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And I will plan on seeing you on Wednesday.